All right, all right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. And you guys are watching the PTD Vlogs, day number 460. Now, it's been a while since I've done a video at midnight, but there's a good reason for it, and a reason that I don't regret. So I do apologize for putting up a video this late. I don't really expect too many people to be here, or if anyone at all. So please let me know whatever time it is when you're watching this video. Right now it is 12:02 a.m., technically Sunday, 12:02 Eastern time. So, hey, what's up, Ambro? How are you? What's up, Danielle? What glitch? What glitch? What happened? What's up, Cole Soul? What's up, Dustin? Jesse J. Grubbs? What's happening? But yeah, I'll get into that in a minute, why it took me so long to do this here. I got 2 orders from customers in different states. Wow, now that's a hell of a glitch. Hey, what's up, Trini? What's up, Frank? How are you? Dash to Cash, how we doing? How we doing? Mr. Kyver, yes. Seattle Flexer, yeah. What's up? Good morning, Golf Hotel. Yeah, technically good morning. James Ruffalo, what's going on? Actually, I'm very surprised we have this many people here. I guess other people like to stay up late as well. Kyle, anything you say tonight that is silly, you'll get a pass. You got it, buddy. Enjoy your drinks. Have one for me. Have I ever worked for Postmates? No, I have not. I have not. Alexa, lower the volume, please. Jesus Christ. Are you really, James? You're in New York? Where, in the city? In the city, probably. I don't count that as being in my state, because New York City's dead to me. I'm not a fan. Oh, you're in Poughkeepsie. Ah. Actually, well, Poughkeepsie's like an hour from where I am. Hour and 20 minutes. Jesse, no surprise there. I had a feeling you're still working. But anyway, the whole reason of the title of this video is I had my family over today and some family friends, you know, to celebrate my birthday a little earlier. My birthday is this Tuesday, the 19th. But usually the weekend before is when we have, you know, the family over to have cake and all that stuff. Ambra, if I moderated you on Pay to Drive, it doesn't automatically carry over to my vlog. But I'll give it to you because you're nice enough to be here. Dash to Cash, please pray for my guys. I wrecked my car yesterday after my last delivery of the day. Are you okay? Are you all right, man? You're going to be in White Plains tomorrow? Dude, if you're in White Plains tomorrow, let me know. Because, again, I may be working tomorrow. I might not. I'm planning on going back to work on Monday. I'm still coughing up mucus, and I'm pretty sure that if I coughed up mucus while handing a customer their food, chances are I probably wouldn't be able to work for Grubhub anymore. What's up, BBH? Who are you talking about, Danielle? James Ruffalo? Perhaps. Vegas Vino, what's up? Well, Alex, right? Dash to Cash, Vega, Alex Vega. Did I get that name right? I apologize if I didn't. Seattle Flexer, I don't know if I should throw up now or throw up later thinking about that comment. But anyway, everything went very well with dinner tonight, and reason why this went so late is my sister decided to stay over and hang out, and you know, I was just catching up with her, so she had just literally just left 20 minutes ago, so I was like, you know what, I gotta do my vlog. Alex, well, we were wishing you the best, buddy. If you don't mind me asking, what happened? Did a car hit you? Did you hit a car? Did you hit something? Yeah, right, DFW? But yeah, James, let me know if you're around, buddy, tomorrow. You know, maybe I'll make an appearance or whatever. We could do a quick video. Oh, you hear it? That might be bad that you can hear it that well, because then I'll get a copyright strike later for it. We'll find out. But anyway, Alexa, lower the volume. Seattle Flexer's hearing too much. I actually want you to hear it, but it has to be just light enough that YouTube's filter can't pick it up. So if you heard it that clearly, that's not a good thing. But yeah, I was really tired. I was pushing my limits, learned my lesson. I ran the red light. Damn, dude. Do you have to go to court or anything? Did you hit another car? What's up, J Dig? How you doing? My wife goes, meet paid to drive. We should go. Dude, White Plains is where I work. That's my main spot right there. It's the main thing. But yeah, so yeah, James, let me know if you're in the area. Let me know. I guess on Facebook or Twitter, or email me or something. Although I'm really bad at checking my email. Dude, you have no idea how many emails I have on my pay to drive stories. Captain Lou did not live in White Plains originally. He originally lived in Mount Vernon, New York, where my family is from. And then from there, he moved upstate to like Pound Ridge, Carmel, up in that area. Actually, I think closer up to where Poughkeepsie is. You hit another car. Yeah, dude. Alex, if you have pictures, if you want to share pictures or whatever, feel free to send them to me so check it out. If that's something you feel like doing. I know people, when they get in accidents, they like to show people. So I'm always interested to look. Payne Avenue is where, Danielle? Do you know my area? Are you from my area? No, I thought you were from Tennessee. Dude, sleepy driving is crazy. I believe I do know Payne Avenue. Who do you know here, Danielle? Who do you know? In New York? In Westchester County? Oh, your mom's from New York. Yeah, you said that. You said you were like part Italian, right? Something like that, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. Oh, I'm frozen. I might as well let it go. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What's up, Robert C. Danner? What's up? I'm back. Way too many 9-year-olds. Gotta go. All right, Jake. Yeah, that's for sure, Chris, about the accident. What's up, Thomas Hamilton? How you doing? Gotcha, Danielle. Payne Avenue does sound familiar. I just can't, like, picture it at the moment. My wife said we should email you where to meet. Actually, James, email me after the live stream, okay? Email me after the live stream. We'll discuss it. So anyway, that's basically it. Everything went really well today, so I apologize about the late upload, but it looks like there's still quite a few people here. Did UDM do a live stream tonight? Because again, I literally have not looked at YouTube since like 5:30 today. So this is like my first time really getting on here. I got orders from 1.5 hours from my location. Wow, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, if James is cool with it, I'll put him in a video. I'll do a live stream right from my car. That's fine. A sit-down guest interview? Now you're getting a little crazy. There's nothing wrong with just having somebody in the car, you know, all that good stuff. But yeah, James, let me know. It'll be huge. It'll be huge. But James, let's just make sure it's not awkward. Don't be a stranger. Like when you see me, pretend like you know me. Like pretend like I'm somebody that you have known your whole life. There's no need to be awkward. See, by the way, I'm going to teach you something. Something I had to learn the hard way. For those of you who are single out there, trying to meet a girl, or a girl trying to meet a guy, here's the #1 piece of advice I can give you, even with friends. Just meeting a person in general, someone you've talked to online and then meet in person. Treat that person as if you've known them your whole life. Don't come up to them and be like, whoa, this is weird, you know, like it just doesn't make sense, you know. What's up, Tony Elbows? You always want to make sure that you're just being real with them. What's up, Michael? Oh, I'm not picking my nose. I'm just scratching the side of my nose. Picking my nose is a totally different thing. But like I said, treat that person like you've known them your whole life, and it won't be awkward. You know what I mean? Like if James meets me tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, yo, what's going on, man? It's cool to meet you, you know? James, be like the same way. Just, you know, don't be like, whoa, man, this is just so weird. Put my hands in my pocket, you know? I'm not saying you're like that, James, but there have been people that I've met, whether it be online dating from years ago or just from YouTube or whatever, and it just gets super awkward and there's no need for it. That's fine, James. I might have my girlfriend with me, so you might have a rare opportunity to meet that person in my life who remains anonymous from my videos. The coughing queen. But yeah, it's really all about just being yourself. Like it sounds silly, but you just need to be yourself, What's up, Ennis? Moving to Stamford. I know a couple of good spots in Stamford. Not for drinking, not for drinking. Because I'm not a drinker. I'm not a bar hopper. I don't get it. I don't do it. I'm not knocking people who do, but it's just not my thing. But like, I know this dope, like sushi spot. It's called Kumo. It's pretty good. Danielle, what is the Sure Pete thing about being a drinker? Not at all. Yeah, I'm actually very close to Connecticut. Connecticut is like 15-20 minutes from here, right on 95. If I get on 287 east to 95 north, boom, I'm right there in Greenwich. But yeah, that's basically really all I gotta say about that. I mean, like, it's just people intentionally make meeting someone for the first time awkward and nervous. Jersey, I can be in Jersey right now in about 15-20 minutes as well. Right where I am located, like, I can't be too specific, but the general area, you know what I mean? But, see, Kyle, let it just be yourself. Talk to that girl that's sitting at the bar awkwardly staring at Instagram and scrolling. Just be like, so how was your day? Seriously, just go up to her and be like, so how was your day? And if she looks at you and she's like, that's none of your fucking business, then you can be like, all right, peace. Like, there's no reason to even dive into that. But, because, like, it's different if you go up and you're like, so, what are you doing here all lonely by yourself scrolling through Instagram awkwardly? You know what I mean? Like, that shit doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But I'm telling you, man, like, people look at me and they're like, oh, this fat fuck doesn't know anything about dating, doesn't know anything about it. He's fat. There's no way that he could know anything about this. I wasn't always fat. I was usually fat. So I always had to work 20 times harder. But yeah, I've crashed and burned many times. Just even talking with people, just being friends, So don't do what I did. Just be cool. And James, if you do show up tomorrow, don't make it awkward. Seriously. Exactly, Seattle Flexor, and I've been with her for like almost 4 years now. Thank you. I'm just big bone like Cartman. For me, is up to Parkway Thruway. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you right now. If you go right over the bridge, James, I'm like right there. As soon as you come over the bridge, over the Tappan Zee, right there. Don't say what, Tony. Tony, James, I'm literally right there. I'm like the next town over, okay? Respect Pete's authority. No, I have not worked since last Friday. So I'm hurting right now on money. I'm just penny pinching at the moment. Penny pitching. I've delivered to Marymount College many times for Uber Eats. I don't like delivering over there. It's a pain in the neck. But yes, I'm right now, that's not even 5 minutes from where I am. So if you show up tomorrow, you're right there. I wouldn't say I'm the nicest. I think I'm just the most open-minded, Tony. I grew up in a town where everyone's very close-minded, just because I'm still coughing up phlegm and sneezing and stuff. And needless to say, if I'm out there working and I go to deliver some food and I'm like, hi, you ordered buffalo wild wings? They're not going to appreciate that, and I'm pretty sure they're going to report me to Grubhub. So don't want to do that. Yep. Yeah, man. So that's the whole deal. But yeah, James, just email me. I'll tell you everything you need to know. But anyway, that's that. I don't know what else to talk about. Exactly. Thank you, Golf Hotel. I appreciate that. But yeah, seriously, that's a huge word of advice to anybody out there ever just trying to shoot the shit with somebody new. Just always pretend like you know that person forever. And then they'll look at you and be like, "Oh my god, this is not uncomfortable. This is not awkward." You know what I mean? It's just people overcomplicate it. It took me so long to realize that stuff, you know? It's all part of life, man. Dude, even with Grubhub, like I could strike a conversation up with anybody. It's easier than you think. Because I was a salesman. I was a car salesman for almost 2 years, you know? So I had to know how to talk to people. I had to know how to build rapport right away, you know? Like when people would walk through the showroom door, you know, I'd be like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? What can I help you with?" "Oh, we're just looking." "Oh, that's great. What are you looking for?" "Oh, da 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 da," whatever, you know. It's just like, or I would find things like if they were wearing a shirt, you know what I mean? Thank you, Tony. The feeling's mutual. You know, like if they were wearing a shirt with a sports team on it, even though I didn't know shit about sports, I would be able to, you know, make a conversation happen, you know, or whatever, or the weather, you know, if it's a pouring rain day or whatever, you know, the people would come running in. I'm like, "Good, come in, I'll give you shelter from the storm." They'll start laughing. "Hi, my name's Pete. How can I sell you a car today?" I hated being a car salesman. I hated it. Build the connection, build the trust, get them emotional, close the deal. That's right, Danielle. I forgot you know about sales. But I'll be honest with you, I was the worst car salesman, not because I couldn't sell, not because I couldn't close, because I didn't want to be there. I would straight up tell customers that I didn't want to be there, and I'd be like, "I'll tell you what, I needed this job because it offered health insurance. I don't want to be here. But I'll tell you right now, I'm going to go fight for you with my managers right now." My managers hated me. Hated me. The owner of the dealership himself would call me into his office and be like, "Peter," he would call me Peter. "Peter, you side with the customer more than us." And I'm like, "Dude, because I don't want to lie to them." It's like, "No, it's not lying, it's business." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't want to do business like that, you know?" No, did I make more money selling cars? I guess. Yeah. I guess it was about the same because I didn't care, you know? I think I would be a good boss for the fact that I would be really fair and actually listen to why an employee is upset. I really do hope to become a boss one day, but the problem is I am either really nice, like I'm a pushover, too nice, because like my whole life people told me I was a pussy. "Oh, you're a pussy, you're a pussy." I either am super nice or raging lunatic. There is no in between. Dude, J Dig, it's so funny you should say that. I didn't even know that movie existed until I was flipping through the channels like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I caught it in the middle, and I recorded it on my DVR, and I've been meaning to watch it the whole way through. So, anyway, that's funny you should bring that up. But being a car salesman was one of the worst jobs I ever had. You know? Let's see. Yeah, Seattle Flexer. I mean, technically I'm going to be well, not a boss, but I'm going to be like a business owner. Like we registered the company for the app like a week or 2 ago. So yeah. I don't have freeways here in New York. You should know that, Danielle. You know my area. What's up, Henry? How are you? Welcome to the show. But yeah, dude, honestly, I've been a construction worker. That was definitely the worst. Yeah, Henry, there you go. All right, dude, Danielle, chill. Jeez, it's late. I feel like Danielle like loves me and hates me at the same time. I don't know why. I just get that feeling. You know, man, you just get that feeling. Does anybody remember Office Space? I get this feeling like she's cheating on me. Yeah, man, I get that feeling too. I know what you mean. But, I mean, the app that I have coming out is not it's not a driving app, you know? I'll tell you guys as much as I can. It's a labor app, you know. So it's not, I mean, you guys may be interested in it, but it's probably not. It's like manual labor kind of an app. It's an idea that I had in 2015. And I had some friends that were interested in doing it with me, but they weren't serious. So I pretty much just put it on the shelf, you know. Michael McAllister, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Are you a mod? No, but you are now. Everyone, please say thank you to Michael McAllister, who's helping me to pay my bills this week since I haven't been able to work a single day. So thank you for that. But yeah, so that's that whole thing. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's kind of like a TaskRabbit kind of a deal. But if there's anything that I've learned doing Grubhub is that competition is good. You know, because some people were like, oh, that's like an Angie's List. Oh, that's like a TaskRabbit. And I'm like, and they're like, well, it's not really original. I'm like, it doesn't have to be original. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be original. It's competition. That's all it is. You know? So the developer, my partner in the business, he's still just kind of working the kinks out of it. So yeah. I worked as a tech at a Nissan dealership. I came from independent shops where I worked on different types of cars. Never again. Dealerships are crooked as hell. Oh yeah. Dude, dealerships, the service department too, like where you worked in the tech doing, were you a tech or like were you also doing like express, like oil changes and stuff? Or were you doing like the recalls and crap like that? Like, dude, those recalls were like a pain in the ass. I mean, I don't know if they'll purposely break your car, but they may not be 100% honest. That's for sure. Dustin, I appreciate that. Everybody show Pete some love. Oh, you're already a moderator, but at least I can shout you out. Everyone say thank you to Dustin. They didn't fill my transmission fluid back. It purposely blew your transmission. That's dirty, man. You're positive about that? Yeah, nah, dude, I've worked retail. I've worked construction. Construction was by far the worst. Then sales. Security was my favorite. I used to work at PepsiCo at the headquarters. That was the most fun job like I ever had. Like I loved going to work. I always had a good time going to work. And it just, the job didn't really work out. There was nowhere to move. So I eventually had to seek other opportunities. But had I not left the security position, I would not have discovered Grubhub, and this YouTube channel wouldn't have even existed, more than likely. Free Pepsi, yeah, sometimes. Yep. Sometimes, you know, I mean, we get like free Doritos and things like that. When all the new products would come out, like we'd get to try them and stuff. Like it was cool one day when I was working there in the cafeteria. They had a beautiful cafeteria there. It was really cool. You could mix, all the machines were like the Coke machine style where like you could mix all the flavors and stuff together. Like you could make your own Mountain Dew flavors. It was pretty cool. Speaking of Mountain Dew, one time Buffalo Wild Wings came because Buffalo Wild Wings has a contract with Pepsi. And they came and they had this new sauce. It was like a Mountain Dew fused buffalo wing sauce. It was disgusting, but it was cool. It never got released, but we got to try it. And it was free. They were giving out free wings. And I was like, wow, okay. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed all the free stuff. But I'm not going to lie. It was cool, like working overnights and stuff. Like being in this gigantic building basically by yourself, like in the dark, like walking around and stuff. Like it was just cool, you know? Like I remember like I'd be walking around and like listening to music and stuff. Like it was just, you know, it was a chill job. It was cool, you know? But there was no room to grow. It was a subcontracted company. I was not a PepsiCo employee. If I was a PepsiCo employee, I probably would have stuck it out. But life works in mysterious ways, you know? Like when one door closes, another one opens. So when I left PepsiCo, another door opened. It was Grubhub after I was on unemployment for 6 months. No one would try breaking in. I used to drive the patrol car at night. That was fun. Driving around, like trying to see if anyone's breaking in. Yeah, it was creepy. It was creepy for sure. But it was a good time. Like, and I still keep in contact with a few of those people. Yeah, Eric, I don't know. I just didn't really have a reason to get off here. My girlfriend's sleeping, so I'm just kind of here right now. Any ghost stories? Yeah, actually. Um, I mean, see, when people bring up ghost stories and spiritual stuff, I don't like to dive too much into it because I'm actually a very strong believer in it. And um, you know, I will very soon, bad dude. We're almost towards the end, I think. I'm a very spiritual person. I can confirm every. You could ask me pretty much anything about the paranormal, spiritual stuff, and I can confirm most of it is accurate. It's real. Um, People that don't believe in that stuff, I used to be like that, you know. But but yes, I did experience paranormal stuff there. Yes. Frank, all I'm going to say to you is just, I'm sure you know the risks involved, so just always be careful and cover your ground. Uh, what's the best joke that I know? A guy walks into a bar. Ouch. That's my best one. Why does that flower keep moving behind you? Who is it? Who's moving it? What's up, Tony Elbows? Thank you. Everyone say thank you to Tony. Because we have the fan on. We have these air conditioning wall units, and we put it on fresh air mode, so it brings in fresh air. So that's probably why you're seeing the flowers moving. It should be in the description down below, Eric. But it's paidtodrivestories@gmail.com. Anyway, tonight it was a ghost. There, when I was driving the patrol car at night, when I used to work overtime, I would work, like, you know, my shift was always 7 to 3, Monday through Friday, and then if there was extra shifts, they would offer them to whoever wanted to take them, and I always was looking to make extra money, so I would take anything I could. And at night, I would drive the patrol car sometimes, and there was the main building at PepsiCo headquarters, and then you had to drive down the road to this house that PepsiCo owned, and that house was haunted. And it was one of the original CEOs of PepsiCo, like, lived in the house, I believe. And then when he passed on, he like donated it to PepsiCo, so it became part of their property. Long story short, you had to make 3 passes every night to that house to check on things. And the house was used for like meetings and stuff, but it was an old house. It had a creepy you had to go into the basement, and they had badge readers, like, you know, like to get in the doors and stuff. You had to badge every single badge reader, so you had to go down there because our bosses knew where we badged in. So when they would look at the reports of the guards that would do their patrols, if they saw you weren't going in there, they would reprimand you for it, you know, or at least they'd be upset because you weren't doing your job. Dude, that house, man, let me tell you, as soon as you buzzed in the front door, I mean, the doors creaked like, you know, they were like wood and glass doors. What's up, not a cab? And as soon as you walked in, you would just feel it. Like, you had to walk. You had to walk through the dining room, which there were no lights. The lights didn't work. Into the kitchen. Then you had to go into the basement, badge in there with like these, like, the basement stairs were like the old stone, like, rock stairs that like was part of the foundation. And it's just, there's like cobwebs down there. It just smells like a basement. There are like these wooden doors like in the basement that like, they look like it looked like something out of a horror movie. And we had to go through there. And because I was open to the paranormal, open to spiritual stuff, every time I would go through, I would try my best not to show fear. And it was incredible, dude. Like, you could feel, like, I can't explain it, but you can feel like things pushing on you. You can feel like something kind of shoving you. You'll feel cold. You know what I mean? So I used to time myself. I'd be like 60 seconds. I am in and out of this freaking place. And then on the second floor, there was a camera in one section because I don't know why, but the light would sometimes just turn on. Like, there would be sometimes you'd pull up to the house at night, the light would be on. Other times the light wouldn't be on. And it wasn't one of the guards doing it, and it wasn't on a timer. It was just a regular light, you know, like a circular kind of light, you know. But I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up, don't ever mess with Ouija boards. Don't mess with that kind of crap, because it's not just a game, you know. It opens portals to bad places. Let's put it that way. Now I'm starting to get too into it, and I gotta kind of pause myself, because people that are incredibly religious get very insulted by this kind of stuff, and I don't want to lose any fans or viewers or supporters, you know. So please, if anyone out there is very religious, please do not hate me for this stuff. I've experienced it, and I can confirm these things for you. What I want you guys to do after this, look up Letchworth Village, Letchworth Village. It's right over the Tappan Zee Bridge, and it was an old, like, insane asylum. And I went on a ghost hunt there with people that I know that are paranormal investigators. And the things that I experienced there, I will never forget. Okay? And I mean, I went there with an open mind, and I experienced things that were just mind-blowing. You know? I heard stuff like they had elevators in the place. I'll just tell you one quick thing. They had elevators there. And when I was with these two other guys that I went in there, I was on the second floor, and we had flashlights. And spirits do not come to the light. Like, if you have a flashlight, it kind of, like, they stay away. So, of course, when I was with these two guys, one of them was a friend that I had from high school who knew somebody who was a paranormal investigator, but then they both got really into it. So I was just their guest. So we kind of huddled into a group. It was 3 of us, right? And he goes, everyone turn your flashlights off. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, dude, I'm not turning my flashlight off. He's like, do you want to experience anything? And I was like, not exactly, but I guess I came all this way, so all right. So we turned all of our flashlights out. We're in an abandoned insane asylum at, like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night on a Friday. Pitch black. You can't even see your hand in front of your face, okay? So we stayed quiet. We started hearing the elevator dinging. Like when the elevator gets to a floor and you hear beep, the doors open. We heard that. And I was like, you guys heard that, right? And they're like, the elevator. And I'm like, okay, just so I know I'm not freaking crazy right now. My friend Phil, the other guy, the one I had from high school, he said he was in that exact same spot we were in, and the door right behind, like a little off to the side, started slamming. Okay? You were there, Frank? Letchworth Village? I'm telling you. Well, no, it's Flexer. It's because it was part of their property. This is a different place that I'm talking about. This is not the PepsiCo thing. The house with the PepsiCo thing was on their property. So it was, you know, we had to make sure everything was okay. But dude, there's more to this story, and like maybe I'll save it for another time. But that wasn't even the scariest shit that we heard and saw and felt. It just we look at life like day to day. Like when we wake up, right? We check our phones, we check our texts, we check YouTube comments, we check Instagram likes. You know, like that's how most people get through their day. Like that, you know, that's important. Being popular, having friends, you know, like those are things that are important, you know, or so we think. There is so much more to life than the things that we see right in front of us. And in the past few years is when I've really started realizing that. And I just, you have to be open, you have to keep an open mind to these things, you know. There's just so much more. Like, you know, I'm one of those conspiracy theorist guys, not too far. But I'll tell you right now, I did lose a subscriber one time when I started talking about some conspiracy stuff. Like, they straight up told me in a comment or in a live chat, they were like, "Oh, really? Unsubbed?" And I was like, "All right, this is why I can't talk too much about this kind of stuff." If anything, guys, I would have to make a separate channel where we talk about nothing but this kind of stuff. You know, conspiracy theory stuff, paranormal stuff, or whatever. Yeah, I would. Yeah, like I can't dive into this stuff too much because there are a lot of viewers that watch me that are very religious, like I said, and when you talk to people about that kind of stuff, they get very turned off. And like I said, I don't want people to start losing respect for me, you know, because of things that I've experienced, you know. It's like when they say you know, don't mix church and state, kind of a deal, sort of like, you know, you want to keep it separate. I don't know if that was the best way of looking at it, but I think you get what I'm talking about. Like how they don't practice religion in school and stuff like that, you know. And especially now with the PC culture that we live in. Let's see, if you had the time to do that kind of thing, I would be there, seriously. I mean, I could start a channel tomorrow. Separation of church and state. There you go. I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. I don't watch the news. Again, like I'm diving too deep. Let's put it this way. I don't watch the news unless it's a snowstorm. And then, even with a snowstorm, they don't know what the hell's going on. But the thing you need to understand in life is you need to think for yourself. You can't let other people make decisions for you on how to look at things. You have to kind of feel what's right. I could go into so many more things about this kind of stuff. Like, I love psychology, or at one point when I was in college, I wanted to be a psychologist or a therapist because I believe in energy and all that stuff. The reason why I didn't, you know, pursue it is because I don't have that time and to be going to medical school, and I can't do what do you call it? Like I can't do school stuff. Like me and school don't work well because I'm not good at being a good student. Like I'm not good at being in a dictatorship where I'm being told what to do. Like I'm a free thinker. I like to make my own, you know, my own decisions, which is why I am a horrible employee, because not that I'm lazy, it's just like when a boss tells you, okay, do it like this, I'd always be like, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, why don't we just do it this way? It's faster and more efficient. And then I would speak up and get in trouble, and they would say it's insubordination, you know, and they'd get pissed, and I'd piss off management. You know, not because I was trying to be a dick, just mainly because I was just trying to make a better suggestion, which is why I enjoy the fact that on Grubhub, I can call the shots for the most part. You know, it's just when they start, it's when they start, you know, playing all these games behind the scenes about dropping blocks and rejecting orders and getting paused and all this crap. Like, it's like, that's the nonsense. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, Danielle, I mean, I've thought about it, you know, I've thought about it a lot. I'm going to tell you right now, look up on YouTube. If you really want to be open, you have to be open-minded to it. Look up this guy, Aaron Doughty, Aaron, Aaron, and his last name is spelled Doubghty. If you just type in like Aaron Doughty, Doubty, or Doughty, I think it's Doughty. Watch his stuff about like meditation and stuff like that. I thought meditation was like, years ago, was like, oh, it's like a yoga thing and it's just weird and lame. Start learning about it, you know? Start learning about those things. It'll help change your life. You know how I'm always like, stay positive, keep that positivity flowing. Like, it's real, man. I didn't just pull it out of my ass. You know, somebody smash that like button. Sure, why not? You know. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Michael Weeds, what's up? And by the way, Michael Weeds has been a viewer of mine since like 2014, 2015. I used to run a wrestling commentary channel, and and he was part of that. So I'm very grateful to have him around. Oh yeah, Danielle, it is all positive and negative. That's what life is. Positive, negative, and choices. That's all it is. And the choices you make will affect you completely. I mean, there's just not enough time to go into all that. I do too, Michael. Sometimes I do too. I really do. I don't really miss the wrestling. I miss what do you call it? I miss the community. Oh yeah, that was a great show. Unsolved Mysteries was a fantastic show. The unified field is real. See, Jesse knows what I'm talking about. Wrestling like The Rock, yes, that's when wrestling was still good. Anything post John Cena was pretty much downhill from there. Waverly Mental Hospital in Kentucky, I don't know of it. Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of staying on until I decide to end this or my phone dies. Dude, I'm sure you could use the distraction, Alex. I remember working security and we talked about wrestling for hours. That's right. Yeah, even though it was garbage back then, but you know, it is what it is. Miguel Pancho. I can't start diving into all this stuff. I want to so bad, but like I can't, because exactly like what Miguel Pancho said, that's not like, see, I don't want people to start saying, oh, this is fake, this is real, this is fake, this is real, until you've experienced it yourself. You know what I mean? I know, Seattle Flexor, that sucked, man, but he was in bad shape. Mean Gene Okerlund was in real bad shape in the last 5 years. Yeah, I may have to. Ultimate Warrior was my man back in the day. Exactly, DB. So that's why I think this conversation really jumped all over the place. But I think I may have to start some other channel. I mean, I guess, no, I don't want to do it on Team PTD because that's still related to like the pay to drive stuff. But if you guys are seriously interested in me doing some sort of another channel, I mean, even if it's just like 10 of you, that's fine, you know? I mean, we could jump on there and talk about it. Mediums tell grieving parents lies about their dead children and alter their memories forever. Miguel, there are a lot of people out there that claim to be a medium just because it's... Let me explain something. Mediums, what they do is, you know, people come to them to try and communicate with people from the other side, or spirits, whatever you want to say. But it's very easy to fake being a medium. It's very easy. The one thing I will say is, I'm, I guess, clairvoyant. If you want to look up that, what a clairvoyant is, or clair, or whatever, that's pretty much what I am. And I didn't realize that up until about a year ago. No, tomorrow, BBH, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Yeah, I know, I got to think of a good name for it, Jake. But let's put it this way, I can feel things and I can like hear things. And it's something I've always had. Actually, a lot of us have it. It's just most people don't know how to tune into it. And it's very weird. It's very strange stuff. And you have to be open-minded. But the problem is people that claim to be mediums that, like you mentioned, Miguel, about grieving families and stuff, they can feed on that. You know, some people can just look at people and just know how to lie to them, you know? And that's what happens, you know? Is people try and make a buck for it. Like, I refuse to use any of those abilities for monetary gain. I just, like, I probably could. Like, my sister's really good with this stuff, you know? Tony, I mean, I kind of believe that. I really do. I kind of do believe that is what's going on. Yeah, like, does anybody remember Crossing Over with John Edwards? Do you remember that show? That guy was caught. He was a fake. He would sit there in the middle of the room with the audience around him, and he'd be like, I'm feeling somebody with the letter A, and then someone in the audience would be like, oh no, my uncle just died. His name was Anthony. Oh, that's who I'm talking about. And then they'd be like, oh my God, you know, he got caught. He got caught being a fake. Actually, South Park talked about it, you know. Jake, now you're going too deep. Okay, you're going way too deep now, Jake. Trust me, that comes down to the conspiracies, dude. There are people that believe that what we're experiencing right now, what you are experiencing right now, all of you, and what I'm experiencing is a simulation. A lot of people believe that. I'm open to it. There you go, Michael. Always glad to bring a new person onto the platform. But yeah, South Park actually is a genius show. The original seasons were very like silly, but they were great. The Long Island Medium, she's another one. You know, that's another one. Sure, John, I believe it. Go for it, Michael Weeds. If I can answer it, I will. The Long Island Medium. Look, all these people that claim to be mediums or whatever, they may have some knowledge of paranormal stuff. They may have some knowledge about things, but I think they stretch the truth, you know? Michael, the channel got hacked. Some dude from Morocco hacked like 5 of my YouTube channels that I had and stole them from me, and then like got them suspended. So all those old channels just disappeared. Like they don't even exist anymore. J Dig, what if we know, I'm trying to read what you wrote. What if what we know of as this earth and universe is really just inside somebody's fish tank and their living room? There's a theory about that too, J Dig. You know? What's messed up, John? You know, there's theories about that as well. A lot of people say that the universe is controlled by, you know, extraterrestrial life, and we're just an experiment, you know? You know, like, for people that think that there is no other life in the universe other than us, it's impossible. I am BBH, yes. Henry, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Michael, I haven't watched it in forever. It's been a long time. YouTube didn't help you get the channels back. I tried, Ennis. I tried very hard. Who's this guy that was fake A. Anthony? Who the hell knows? Just someone in the crowd. But anyway, yeah, man. Like we don't know for sure what the hell's out there. But yeah, exactly, Eric, dude. Just so you know, just so you guys know. All right, I'm gonna blow your mind right now. Okay? See, I said I wouldn't talk about these things, but at this point, I'm digging my own hole. If people are gonna hate me, they're gonna hate me. I guess I can't be afraid of that kind of stuff. But what if I was to tell you guys, okay, that movies that you see about aliens, demons, ghosts, natural disasters, things like that. What if I was to tell you that all of those things are real, but people would say, but Pete, why would the government allow that? You know, why would anyone allow Hollywood to create these things? Because people associate film, people associate entertainment, TV, things like that. They associate it with fiction. Remember that whole thing of, it's only a movie, it's just a movie, right? It's put in front of you so that you look at it as, oh, thank God that's only a movie, you know? Yuri, it's kind of a long story, but basically I had family over for my birthday, and it ran really late, and then I had to do the live stream late. But no, Seattle Flexor, I'm not saying they're all real, but they are based off of real things that happen. You're trying to tell me right now that Independence Day, someone was just like, aliens that come and blow up the White House and then we have to take them out. Maybe the taking them out part may not be real, you know? But dude, you're trying to tell me the crop circles and all that stuff, that was all like just made up? By the way, guys, go watch the movie Geostorm. I am convinced that that kind of shit is really happening. If anyone, with Gerard Butler, the movie wasn't like great, but the premise behind it was really scary. I wish they would blow up the White House. You know, I'm sure a lot of people would agree with you. Yeah, the movie Geostorm, it came out in the past like year or two. But seriously, things that are put in front of you, like all the demonic movies, are all based off of real demons that are documented. Okay? You know what, John, there's no point in getting scared, because if you're not... one thing I've learned is about life is you can't work yourself up about things that are out of your control. You know? I'm telling you. Dude, I've been waiting for the zombie apocalypse forever now, but not like The Walking Dead. I'll tell you right now, if the government or any government wanted to, it would be like 28 days later. Did anyone ever see 28 days later? 28 weeks later? You know? Yeah, The Walking Dead is a cool story, you know? But 28 days later was people got infected with a virus that made them like rabid, like, you know, like attacking people, and like it was the rage. That's what it was. The raging thing. That's what it was. Dude, I could totally see that happening. Totally. Okay? You know? So I'm telling you guys, always keep an open mind. Don't just trust everything you hear. Question things, you know? Area 51, Roswell landing, all real. There's documented proof to back it all up. It's out there. Look it up. You know? Life isn't as linear as we all look at it. Like I said, the average person wakes up, they check their phone, they make breakfast, they go to work, they watch Dancing with the Stars, they go home, you know, they watch Dancing with the Stars, they complain about it on Twitter and Facebook, and they go to bed and they do it again. You know what I mean? Like, you can't live your life like that, because when shit hits the fan, you're going to be like, but this only happens in the movies. I'm telling you, dude. It took me a very long time to get woke, as everyone is saying, but it's the truth is out there, man. Remember the X-Files? They made an entire TV series about the X-Files. You're trying to tell me every episode is made up? Everything. Didn't that show run for like 8 seasons? You know? This stuff isn't meant to scare you, dude. It's meant to make you realize that there's more to life than what you really, than you really know. You know? I think I heard about that, James, if I'm not mistaken. I heard somebody talking about it, about the UFO sightings. Dude, I'm telling you, I've looked in the sky and I've seen shit, and I'm like, well, that wasn't a plane, you know? It's just, and let's put it this way. I do not, BBH. I know they extended the Taco Bell promotion, but I don't know when it's ending. Isn't there a law based on zombies just in case it could happen? Yes. Actually, yes. Eric, most police departments have like the riot, not the riot gear, but they have an evacuation plan for in case something like that does happen. Candles lighting themselves, food going in the oven by itself. Oh yeah, absolutely. But like, wasn't the tagline of the X-Files like "the truth is out there" or something, or "the truth is among us" or something along those lines? I never really got into the X-Files. I was too young to appreciate it when it was on TV. I was just a young kid in the 90s. Bat dude, I'm gonna give you a warning on that one. As funny as that is, I'm trying to keep things sort of clean here. I know you were just being funny, but just we gotta try and keep it as clean as possible. Other than my late night cursing. Never mind. Excuse me. Who am I to say that? Danielle seemed to be with it. But anyway, yeah. It's just you gotta be open to these things. I do too, Ennis. I do too. I didn't even know he had one, DB. I didn't know Jesse Ventura was into that sort of thing. I ain't got time to bleed. Now, stuff like Predator, I don't know about Predator necessarily, but it's got to be based off of something, you know? All right, Jake, thanks for stopping by. Well, I was born in 87. I'm going to be 32 this Tuesday on the 19th. So, if that helps. No, bad dude. As long, just, you know, keep it clean. Danielle, who are you talking about? Are you talking about your husband? No. I'm so confused right now. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate it. But anyway, oh, Jesse Ventura. He ain't got time to bleed. I don't know. You were born in 73. Consider yourself lucky. I hate being a millennial. I hate my generation. Seriously. Can't stand my generation. I honestly wish that I grew up during the 70s and 80s, because that's where the best music was, the best cars, people were just nicer, you know? I feel like everything after like Vietnam, people just like started being dicks to each other, you know? If that makes sense. Like, you can't even like say good morning to people anymore. Like, when I first moved to my apartment complex, I swear, I remember when I first got here, I tried to introduce myself to everybody, right? Dude, wow, J Dig, my man. If you want to know the truth about shit, watch the movie They Live. Obey, consume. J Dig knows what I'm talking about. So random that Rowdy Roddy Piper from WWF was in that movie. So random. And Keith David. Put on the glasses. One of my favorite movies. And a lot of people look at that and they're like, oh, whatever, who cares? But yeah, people like were like weirded out that I was introducing myself, you know? Like, the people are just like, you know, they're just so freaking awkward. I know, he just died like 3 years ago in 2015. It sucked, man, but he was in bad shape. But anyway, you know, people just suck nowadays. Like, I have a better time talking to people that I don't know. I feel like I know you guys better than I know most people in real life, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. Antisocial society. Everyone's looking down in their phone, you know? I mean, I guess in a way I should be thankful that people are doing that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have viewers, you know? But, you know, go out there tomorrow. Say good morning to somebody. Watch their reaction. They're going to look at you like, good morning. If someone doesn't return a good morning, they are a real low-down piece of garbage. I'll tell you right now. Like, when you hold a door for somebody and they tell you, I can do it myself, it's like, okay, asshole. You know? Like, sorry. You know? Are you, J Dig, are you talking about the movie with what's his face from Saturday Night Live? Andy Samberg? Because I do like that movie. Or, yeah, exactly. They don't say thank you. You know? Transhumanism. I have not. The Lone Gunman was a spin-off of The X-Files. The first episode is about a government conspiracy to fly a plane into the World Trade Center. It aired March 4, 2001. Interesting. I will not get into any 9/11 stuff. That I'll tell you right now. At least not on this channel. Because the truth and what was shown, two different things. Probably just lost half my viewers there. Some jerk didn't let a guy with gray hair with a cane cross. He almost hit him. I saw it. Wow, really? Oh, okay. J-Dig, gotcha. Tread lightly. Don't know who's watching. Are you a Breaking Bad fan, DB? Because that's a straight up Walter White line. At least that's the first time I ever heard it. And I froze again. Yeah.